into this. We're going right into this. No video. We're going live, raw, and touched. What's up, Streamland? I am JD Rosario from Unstoppable Comics. You're watching JD Unstoppable. I'm hanging out with some of the homies, JD Calderon, Champe Ramirez, who is one of the creators on the book Limbo, Open Almost All Eternity, which we are celebrating its successful funding on Kickstarter. We got about an hour left on this campaign, and we are kicking ass. But for, Unstoppable Comics terms, we're not one of those, mega 5-6-figure campaigns. But for us, I will always say this: we are the little engine that could, right? I think I can. And we are pushing over that goddamn mountain, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a great time. But let me shut my mouth, all right? And let everybody who's here say what's up.
Let's start with him. He's the famous guy.
Guys, don't speak at once.
Please, JD. I mean, JD, the other guy.
I know that we have to do that. But all right, Calderon, let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what you're doing.
Thank you. My name is JD Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles and Tall Tales Online, so go check those out. Currently, I have my own campaign running down to the last 24 hours for the Oswald Chronicles. Go check out Limbo. Awesome book. Incredible. Champe did the video. I keep playing it on my show because I really like that video. Not because of that guy. But yeah, man, congratulations. It looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting my copy.
Wait. Champe did your video for your Kickstarter?
No, he did your video.
Oh,
he did his video.
Yeah, he did his video. It looks good.
It looks fantastic. It looks incredible.
All right. Champe, let everybody know who you are, brother.
Thank you very much for letting me talk in your show. I am Champe Ramirez. I'm a almost professional color artist here in Colombia, and I'm working currently with and for Jay for Unstoppable, and I'm the guy who can color things without stepping on the lines. Thank you.
Nice.
We just started. We just opened up the show, and we're already getting people to bash us. We get negative comments over here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Why would somebody say that?
I'm not ugly. I'm exotic.
There you go.
We're having a good time. This is coming from Gabriel Gamora, and he is the writer of Limbo, Open Almost All Eternity. And I don't know if you've been watching me here or there, but this is the book that we're all talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is the book that is currently live on Kickstarter for 1 more hour. It is a dark fantasy for mature readers. It is written by the text bomber, comment bomber, Gabriel Gamora, colored by Francisco Maldonado, and illustrated by Francisco Maldonado, and colored by Champe Ramirez.
Hooray!
Yeah. Get it straight, Jay. Get it straight. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. You know what, dude? I'm excited. Because this is my 19th Kickstarter campaign, right? And this is the most amount of backers I've ever gotten in a campaign. So I'm happy about that. Look at this right here. We've got 147 backers. The most amount of backers I've ever had in a campaign has been 133. All right. The most money raised in a campaign has been around 5,132. Let's say 5,150. Let's round it up to that. All right. So it's coming close, but it's definitely in second place with all the books I've put out there. We're not one of those big number teams, like I said a moment ago, right? We're not going to hit 5 figures in a campaign. We're not going to hit 6 figures. Definitely not in a campaign. But through the support of our not yet, right? Well, hopefully with the support from the people that have backed us and maybe continue to back us, we'll probably get there eventually, right? But we're, again, one of those publishing houses that grind it out, all right? We're using this money that all of you are supporting us with to try to come up with the printing of this book. so that we can move it to boutique distributors, online, and in conventions. That's where we recoup our funds. Excuse me. This is where we recoup our funds, but that's where we generate the revenue to make new comics. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about for us? Making new comic books.
Yep.
That's the whole idea of this. I mean, it's not that we're gonna get multimillionaire rich or something. We just like to work in. If you can, you make a living out of this. We're not, that kind of people that want luxuries in life.
Right.
But let's do more comics.
What is? I want a mansion. I want to live on the coast. You know what I mean? Come on.
You already live on the coast.
I do. I have an apartment with a water view. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking right over the Hudson, folks. That's one of the
Listen,
best
just
parts
take-
of living in New York.
Just
I'm
take a
looking
whiff.
at this avenue. That's all I have.
It's not a great view. It's not a great view at all. It's just fishing troughs passing my view every so often. But I'm not like Calderon, who owns, between he and his wife, they own about 27, 28 houses within the 5 boroughs of New York.
I wish.
They got some
I
money.
wish. Oof, man, if that was the case, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I'd be in Paris.
Here we go, Ricardo Cry. Say that. I know how to say it because I grew up with the family. All right, so I learned how to pronounce at least this one Thai name. And I love you, your brothers, your mom, and your dad. Bless them. You guys are always family. But I'm happy that so many people have come out to support not just me, but Champe, Gabriel, Francisco, because the guys really did a kick-ass freaking book, man.
Yeah, the book looks incredible, man.
I mean, let me put it up again for a second. Let me just show. I will never bash you again on how you are so bad at producing a program. But excuse me, while we go through this, there's 50 minutes left in the campaign. 50 minutes left with 147 backers. Here's our covers. Here is a few preview pages of the book. Right, our new Dark Lord. He's drinking in the bar called Limbo, and people are talking about him. They want to know what the new Dark Lord looks like. Right, there's all these rumors on who he is, and they really don't know. He's sitting next to him, and what happens? Well, somebody starts picking on the new guy, not knowing the new guy has some backup. And these are the pages by Francisco Maldonado, and the colors and letters by Champe Ramirez. Right. So again, with 50 minutes, just under 50 minutes left in the book, 49 minutes actually.
Can I add something really cool about those first pages? I mean, because you should have also, due credit for you as a practically co-writer now, because when Gapex did that bar scene, I mean, here in Colombia, when you go to a bar, you cannot talk because bars here are very loud places that practically you go dancing. So when we wrote the scene, it was thinking about a bar here in South America. But suddenly, when you start adding the dialogues, because I have to say, the dialogues in the first page were made by Jay. It gives the whole comic a new air practically. It gives more information, more personality. So you made something great for the comic.
Well, it's only because I've hung out in a bar for a lot of my life, so I know what goes down in a North American bar, in a bar that's in New York, right? A pub, as we like to say. I'm usually the guy who's at the bar having a couple of pints. So I know what goes down when you're watching a game, when you're chewing the fat with other people, and I figured I'd share a little bit of that, right? But one of the things that we are sharing is a way for people to stretch their dollar. And one of the things that is stretching their dollar are these stretch goals, which I do not have in the goddamn overlay. Son of a bitch. All right, let me go back to let me show you guys what some of these stretch goals are.
We're no longer in a PG-13 broadcast, may I say?
Yes. So we've already unlocked 2 stretch goals for the campaign. So
Nice.
everyone who is a physical backer will get a trading card of our brand new devil, the Lord of Darkness, our former priest, Ephraim, and at no extra money, they'll have a brand new trading card dropped in their lap. Not only is there going to be 1 trading card, there will be 2 trading cards dropped in their packaging. Again, they do not have to spend any extra money. That's what's going down. Now, here's the stretch goal that we are trying to reach in this last 46 minutes. And this stretch goal is for everyone, digital and physical backers alike. If we get to stretch goal number 3, we need to reach either $5,000, which we are just under $400 shy of, or 160 total backers, which we're really close to hitting. 13 more backers could unlock this for everyone. And this is a digital sample pack of 3 upcoming titles from Unstoppable Comics. So it's brand new material, folks. This is not something we're rehashing. This is not something that we've borrowed from another publisher. This is stuff that we have created here in-house at Unstoppable Comics. And if we can get to another 13 backers, ladies and gentlemen, this sample pack will be added to everyone's reward. And it will be a 5-page sample of these 3 books, all in black and white. So that's 15 pages of brand new content at no extra money. We just need to reach another 13 backers to hit that. Now, if by some miracle we can get beyond that in the next 44 minutes and get to either $5,500 or 200 backers, that digital sample pack will become one brand new extra book. It'll be a sample book containing these same pages, in black and white. Again, at no extra money. All we got to do is hit that within the next few minutes. And if we get that, folks, it's just extra shit, right? Times are tough. I want to thank everybody who has been supporting us. I do. Money doesn't grow on trees. But what we can do is use our hard work, our sweat equity to stretch your buck a little bit. Hopefully, you find it in your heart to share this with other people and tell them, hey, get on the horn with them, get in here, and let's see if we can get extra free shit for everybody. It's communal. No, too much? Hard sell? No. Because I could go hard.
You can give practically.
Free stuff would be better.
But it is free. What are you talking about? Free stuff is great.
There's already.
It is.
I mean, if you want my heart, you can look for it under your shoes if you're not buying this thing. I mean, please.
Nice.
RJ, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us, man. So yeah, I mean, look, it's all about making comic books at the end of the day. Here we are, we're having fun, we're having a great time, we're meeting new people, we're promoting the word of comic books, we're growing our community base. I can't say fan base because these are These are friends and family that we haven't met yet, right? For the better part. I can't say customer base because we're not at Macy's, we're not at Target, we're not at Walmart. You're not picking us up off the rack. So that's where I'm coming back to the heart of this community thing. And we're growing this community that supports Unstoppable Comics organically. Right? We've done 19 Kickstarters. This is our 8th different title. We've run a number of different miniseries like Shield of the Interceptor, New York versus the World, The Storm Chasers, Unstoppable Origins, the official character guide of Unstoppable Comics, The Dead Princess Vicky Styx, Storm Chasers, and again, we've included Limbo, Open Almost All Eternity into our family of titles, and we couldn't be happier. I mean, everybody who's working behind the scenes on Unstoppable is excited that we're at this place. Don't all chime in at one time.
It's not like you asked a question. You made a statement, bro. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, but support the statement. Reinforce it, bro. You know what I mean? Get in there. Get in there. I'm excited. I haven't even taken a drink yet. You know that? I haven't even had one sip. I got my celebratory margarita right here. Okay? This is more than 22 ounces of celebration that we're gonna chow down with or gurgle down with. You got a little spritzer, Champe? You're gonna
I'm looking what can I drink right now because I guess I have no beer.
But no, we're also going to be getting into talking about what's coming up next from Unstoppable Comics once the campaign is over, because we got quite a bit coming down the pipe. Right, we're working behind the scenes, and all of the stuff that I'm going to be talking to you about is pretty much complete. Right, just a few minor touches that we're looking at to maybe clean up around the edges on some of these extra things. But Champe, let me ask, man, when did you and Gabrielle start working together?
Oh my God, it's been like 10 years. No, working. We met like 10 years ago. He made a YouTube show talking about comics. He was a critic. Then he came to an event. I don't know how to say a feria, carnival, or no.
A convention?
Convention, thank you.
Okay.
I made a convention here in Colombia, and some sort of Oscar nomination for comic book artist in my country. He came along and we started talking, and I made a joke to him because I practically don't like very much critics, and I say to him like joking, so if you're as a good critic as you say, why don't you start making your own comics? And he didn't understand it as a joke. He made like okay, let's do that. We were talking in a bar like Limbo practically, and he was like, okay, I have a couple ideas for making comics. And when he made the scripts and all, he told me like, okay, now I have the scripts, do you want to be a colorist for me? And I was like, wait, you really made that? I mean, you became an artist? Okay. And that was like 5 years ago, I guess. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, we got one more backer. We got 40 minutes left. If we get 12 more backers in these last 40 minutes, then that unlocks, folks, the third stretch goal for everybody. Let me just show you one more time. One more time. Here we go. Oh no, that's I wasn't supposed to show that one yet. No, so this is stretch goal number 4. But stretch goal number 3 is a sampler of these 3 books in black and white, 5 pages each. So hopefully we can get to that if we hit just 12 more backers in the next 30 plus minutes.
If we get 12 backers, we make twerking here live. No?
Here we go. Oh, yes.
No.
Spoiler alert. Yes, Julio. Definitely a spoiler alert. Hopefully, nobody caught on to that one yet. Yeah. But then we got Gabriel, the writer, again chiming in, and una diara Hollywood, una película sobre la historia de Viñeta Violeta Studio. So I could translate it, but Jampe, you want to translate for Gabriel and everybody else who's watching?
One of these days, Hollywood is going to make a story about how Viñeta Violeta, the studio that created Limbo, and probably how would you say it, adopting us, a story of how that started. It will be a rated R thing with nudity.
Well, if
I guess it's not a good idea.
And with all the F bombs that I drop, it's got to be rated R, just that alone.
And you were saying like you're from Brooklyn, from New York, I guess.
Yes.
And you say a lot of profanity when we're now looking around the world Super Mario that is in Brooklyn, and then you are like a rated R Super Mario.
Okay, but I don't like to call it profanity. It's more euphemisms because that's how we talk here in New York. The word fuck it's an adjective, it's a noun, it's a pronoun, it's a
it's pretty cool, by the way.
Yeah. It's the best word in all of human existence. Can I get an amen from people who are watching in the crowd? Let me get an amen on that.
Amen.
Nobody.
None.
Not one. I got gats. I got gats here with this, bro.
You're gonna get the gats and the uns.
So 5 years ago, you guys started working together, and the first thing that you worked together on was Limbo, or you guys worked on something else?
We were supposed to work in what Gabriel would call his prime opera. It is called Elemental.
Okay.
Elemental. But somebody told Gabriel printing the comic on full color will have a higher cost. So why don't you do that on a Python print? I don't know if I said it right, like in two tints. Like I don't know. Correct me if I'm saying something wrong in English.
Okay.
So he didn't hire me for coloring that because somebody told him that lie that it will cost more to make it black and white on color. So he made it on two tints.
Well, printing is more expensive in color, right, Calderon?
Well, yeah, of course.
Right.
I mean, whether you're doing offset or POD, print on demand, it's always just more expensive.
Yeah.
It depends, because what they told him is that if someone will have told him make it black and white, only one tint for black or grayscale, it will be cheaper. But they made him do a custom color tint that practically is 4 tints.
Oh, so, yeah. There's some ways, you can. There's certain printing processes that you can use, or use maybe 2 colors in the printer, right? And then you mix the tints, and you can make different variations. If you're gonna do that, you just might as well go full color.
Right.
Exactly.
Because that's a very specialized thing. Like the people who are doing it have to know how to do it, and they have to know how to manipulate those tints. I mean, that's really specialized. That's like a crazy artist who goes in there and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna, mix with all the colors." Yeah. That's a very specialized thing.
But the end result is very cool. It was.
When done correctly, it looks
very
great.
cool. But it could have been full color, and we will be right now telling Jay, we have another product to sell you. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to put it out there that in publishing the books from Viñeta Violeta Studio, they own all rights on this book, right? I'm not taking any ownership at all in this. I say I'm publishing them, but it's almost in effect that I'm licensing their work. It falls more under those auspices than anything else because they've already produced the content. So in publishing their book, I'm taking a fee to handle the work that myself and the rest of the team are doing here to get it out there on time and to continue the sales of this book. Because we're not just printing a couple of books offset, right? The way Unstoppable Comics is designed, the way I've designed it is we buy in bulk so we can get a lower price. So that way, when we sell the individual issues, we can gain a higher margin. And in that higher margin, we can go to continue to pay the rest of the team and create more content for the future. Hopefully that keeps us around a lot longer. That's how I've done it in the past. I know offset printing is not everybody's game, Calderon.
That's where you're incorrect.
Oh.
You got to understand. I mean, I do it if it's required.
Yes.
You understand? I mean,
Yes.
everything's situational. So if I need
Everything
it, I'm going to use it. I don't need it right now, so I'm not using it.
Correct.
Right? It's situational.
And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because you and I are usually on opposing viewpoints, but your situation, as you're saying, lands opposite mine at the moment. And maybe in the future, that may be changing. Yes?
Correct.
Yes. Nice. Nice. Now, your entire imprint is called Dreamweaver Studio?
Dreamweaver Press.
Dreamweaver Press.
Right.
And that consists of Oswald, Ego, and Soul Tales, yes? Or is there more?
There's more. There's a lot more.
There's more, but those are the three that the two of you,
those
you
are
and your
the three
wife
main
are
ones.
focusing on. Okay.
Right. Eventually, there'll be a couple other titles coming out. There's Dreamweavers, probably Dauphin, and there's two more that I'm still percolating on. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Oswald Chronicles is my main focus. So, you know.
And, you know, it's funny. People always say, oh, don't go into making the big stories. Right?
Listen,
but here you are. You're finding success with that.
Well,
and
look,
you're about halfway through his story, yes or no?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how far it's gonna. I mean, look, it's 47 stories. 7 of them are in prose. About 15 of them are already done. So I got another 20 odd stories. I still gotta sit down and finish.
Okay.
You know. So I mean, it's gonna be a bit, but you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's as far as success goes, you know, look, I'm happy and proud of the work that I've done. Right? For me, that means the most. You know what I mean? And I've make enough money to keep the project, to keep my artists fed. So that's another point of pride. You know, my artists are fed. That's the part that, you know, I keep them going. And I'm working right now with, I don't know, 3-4 people. So on regular. Soon to be 6.
Soon to be 6.
Soon to be 6.
Damn, brother.
Yeah.
Hot damn. You know what's not a hot damn moment?
What?
We got about 30 minutes left in this campaign, and I lost a backer.
Really?
Oh, but then I gained a backer. Yes.
There you go.
Oh, we lost one, but we gained one. We
Sometimes
got 30 minutes left. And in those 30 minutes, it's looking tight, you know. It's looking tight. We've had quite a few drop pledges in this campaign. I know you know about drop pledges, Calderon.
Yeah, listen, unfortunately, it's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? You can't sweat it. You just got to just roll with that one because you're just going to be like, look, you don't know what happened. You know, person might have lost their job, might have, you know, there's all sorts of stuff. And you know what? And you're like, you know what? It's their money. God bless. You know, and listen, they were back there. They supported you for a while. And there's no reason to think that they won't be back in the future.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And you know, we hope everybody's fine. You know, we're not trying to tear down anyone else's buildings, but we're putting up ours.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that it does sting because had all the backers that have continued, had they not backed out, then we definitely would have hit all the goals that we're looking at right now. You know, we lost maybe close to $400 in drop pledges, and that came from about 18, 19 different backers. Okay. So that it stinks.
Yeah, listen, I know of campaigns where guys have lost like 4,000 or 5,000.
I know.
You know, when you hear those, you're like, oh man, that's just soul crushing.
I know, you know, and it happens. Yeah. But this is the first time Champe, Francisco, and Gabriel are going through this, right? They're understanding this process. Hopefully I'm doing a good enough job in delivering them a solid win, right? That's the thing, man. I mean, I want everybody to be successful. I do. Right. It's not always going to happen. It's not a perfect world.
No.
But you know, these guys put together a damn good book, man. A damn good book. And you know, it just, God damn it. I wish more people knew about it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You know,
you're gonna have plenty of stock to hustle out there.
Yes, and that's one more thing I want to talk to the guys about, right? Because we're going to be offset printing the book. How many are we going to make? Thousands upon thousands? Millions?
You can build a house out of it. There you
go. Andrew, what's up, brother? It's hard out there. Damn right it's hard out there. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I've done more campaigning for this book in live streams than I've done in any other book I've done. In 35 days, I think I was on 20 live streams. Getting it out there. Not all of them run an hour. You know, some of them are in there for the long haul. And it's been getting hot in New York. So I get up and I'm just sticking to the seats. You know, I'm just like melted into the fabric. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it. We're trying to get to a good spot and make sure that these guys get their product known out here in the States.
Yeah, I know we're in good hands. Thank you, Jay. Seriously, thank you, and more so because, as you say, this is the first time we're making a Kickstarter, and so everything's new for us. You know that. At some point, we were even panicking, like, "Oh my God, what are we doing? Is that so much? Is that so less? Somebody just threw off the backing. So is that bad? Help us, God."
Yeah. Calderon, you want to explain to him a little bit about that?
Wait, about which part was that? I'm sorry, I missed that for a second.
The drop. Maybe you are a psychologist and you can tell me why are we so stupid to be panicking about this? Maybe it's that.
Listen, it's natural, right? Because we all like you know, we all want success, right? And the thing is, you see it going up and up, and then you see it go down a little, and then you go up. And it's always those things, and you get like a little dopamine hit every single time it goes up, right? Then when it comes down, you crash, right? You're like, the world is coming in. Nobody loves me, right? I'm alone in the world. Nobody cares. Right, and then you get somebody backs you, then you're like, oh, everything's fantastic again. So it's a little weird like that. I go through those all the time. I've done 30 of them. Jay's done 19, so we know that it's like one of these things where it's just like you're constantly battling with yourself, making sure because you got to keep yourself balanced. You know, I'm at work checking my numbers, and my mood can go from being great to being like, yo, I'm gonna kill somebody. So you know, right? So you have to balance that, especially when I'm at work. I can't be like, you know, getting all crazy just because, you know, things aren't going correct on the campaign, right?
What do you know? I made a jokingly question and he answered it.
Right. Well, there you go.
Oh, cool.
Because I want you guys to be informed. I want you guys to understand. Again, this process is new for you, right? When we launched on that first day, the guys were saying, oh my God, this is going to be a $10,000 book. And I didn't want to take that away from them. I did.
Right.
You know, that's a high that hopefully will keep you going when the valley hits. But when that valley hits, like Champa was saying, they were like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?" And I was just, I'm here and I'm just like, I understand their pain, right?
Right. Yep.
In our voice chats, I was like, suave, suave.
Yeah.
It'll come through. It'll come through.
Yeah.
I will say, I did not expect this hit on this last day. And when I say this hit, we've got almost 30 backers in our final day.
No, that's good.
We've had more backers today than any other day in a campaign. On launch day, we had 24 backers. And here we are on the last day with a total of 32, total of 22 backers on our last day. I need
22 backers is still good.
22 backers on the last day for a total of $774 on our last day. It's a little bit inside baseball, but some people want to get down. They want to talk these inside baseball numbers. Yes,
you're right. What? No, nobody ever wants to talk these numbers.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, if this is a radio show, we'd be pulled out.
Listen, we're waiting for the hook to come out. Take us away.
If I look like in limbo, is because I'm thinking about numbers. My brain is so slow with numbers. So you say 24, and first I have to translate 24,000. That's with 3 zeros or with 2 zeros. Okay. So if you see me slow on something, like I'm thinking about numbers.
Nice.
Here we go, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, if you want to come in, brother, I sent you guys the link. You can come and say what's up. No.
Okay. Wow.
All right. So Gabrielle, don't come in. So here he's saying,
well, he's on the beach, so why bother him?
He's having a great time.
He's on the beach.
Right? So these are his titles that he's produced: Elemental, Limbo, Hell's Reign, and Congo the X Dog.
Nice.
All right. He's shown me a few of them. Right. One of the things he showed me, I'm a big fan of westerns. That's all I'm going to say. He showed me a western book, and I was like, oh, very interesting. But
that one is still not published. It was not on that list.
Really. Really, that's I like that one, but that's just me. That last backer dropped out. We got 20 minutes left, guys. 20 minutes left in Limbo, open almost only turning number 1, and we're still sitting short of the 160 backers we need to unlock stretch goal number 3. That kind of stings a little bit, but
listen, right? Like you just can't, bro. You just can't. I know.
A boy can dream. Let me dream. That's all.
I'm not telling you to dream. I'm not telling you not to dream. What I'm telling you is don't despair.
Don't despair. Okay. No, there's no disparity here. There's no desperation, right? We're doing good. Look, all jokes aside.
All jokes aside, those words have different meanings.
Yeah, well, you also said, don't dream, and then you said to dream. I didn't try to check you on that. I didn't call you out on your faux pas, right? I let you continue with your thought. I didn't try to shoot it down.
I showed up here.
You are busting my shit. Come on.
I have to, because if I was to tell you how much I'm holding back, it's like,
oh, you motherfucker. Wait till I'm on your show tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, this son of a bitch. So Champagne's talking about in the comments the Western, and his Western is called East Shore, and he says it's not yet on sale in Colombia. So
he understands English.
Yes. Don't shit on Gabriel. Don't come on. Come on.
The thing is that if he comes here to the show, then I have to work double because I would have to translate everything he says, and he speaks in costeño Spanish. That
Uh-huh.
is like the worst kind of Colombian Spanish you can
Okay.
have.
So
Wow.
Costeño Spanish is more like my New York English. Is
It's
that what we're
worse.
saying?
It will be like if a Chinese guy from will be speaking in English, but he learned English in Italy, something like that.
Okay. Fair
This,
enough. Fair enough.
this guy don't loud like ha 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 ha. They loud like ja 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 ja. What's wrong with him?
I get it. I get it. It's either ja 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 or g g g g. I understand. I understand, but it's all love here. It's all love here, and you know, it's lovely to have a book like Limbo that has been out for the last 30 plus days and getting so much support from so many different people. Right? We're in the last, I guess, 15 minutes. And this is the bad boy that we're looking at, and we're celebrating the success for. It's about a former priest who is now sitting on the throne of hell. He doesn't know what he's doing, so he does what almost any one of us do when we don't know what we're doing and sit at a bar, drowning our thoughts and our sorrows. But he's doing it with other demons. And while he's doing it, all of hell is falling apart. So there are people who are now gunning for his head and his throne. And the only one watching his back is the demon Abrahel. Or so we think. But that is a topic to be explored when you're reading the book, ladies and gentlemen, which is on sale on Kickstarter for the next 15 minutes. 555. Or as they say in Spanish, 15.
15.
15. Yeah. And it's a book that I would have never produced because it's not my style. It's not my it's not something I would have conceptualized. Right? And I think that's why it fits within the greater umbrella of Unstoppable Comics. Right? It expands the portfolio, right? It gives people who are looking for something extra from Unstoppable Comics a place for them to stop and check out and maybe share with other people.
Thank you
And
very much.
15 minutes left. I hope more people check this. Oh man, I did
Are you
not
okay,
expect
Jay? Are you okay? You
Yeah,
falling apart on
you
me,
know,
bro?
you know what it is? It's 35 days of just grinding it out. Finally coming to the right?
Gotcha. Yeah,
And I
feel you.
need to take that breath because Tempe, you don't know this, but this is where the real work starts. This is where I'm talking to the different vendors. This is where I'm going through the pre-press and make sure that it looks good before we go to print. Right? This is setting up the different avenues to sell this. Or else, like Calderon said, I'll be building a brand new house with all these cases of books. Now you know why he has 27 different houses. The 5 boroughs.
They're all built out of they're all built out of prior comic book projects. Yes.
He doesn't have a desktop. It's just boxes of comics where he puts his laptop.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And here's the craziest thing. I'm in the black. That's the craziest thing. I've made money on those damn things. And I still got tons of them.
I understand because obviously here in Colombia it's a little bit more difficult because we don't have as many people willing to buy our own things. So when we print, we only make like 1 with 3 zeros, 1,000 comics.
Okay.
only 1,000, and you don't sell all those because we don't have, like these big selling houses, these big comic book shops, and you have way more comic book, culture. So I
Right.
understand what it's like to have your house full of comics.
Now, here's a thought for you, Jay. Here's a thought for you. You may
Uh-huh.
want to hook up with your Colombian contacts, see who their printers are, see what their prices are, and see if the shipping
It's worth it.
is worth it.
That's
Exactly.
not a bad idea. Also,
Yeah, I know. I have those once in a while.
every once in a while, you drop a gem. You do. You do. Like
Also,
Absolutely.
you could
like
ask Gabriel for costs.
right.
Maybe
You
he's
never know.
having a great idea.
Well, I know that the weight for 3,000 books is going to be around 470 pounds.
Well, it also depends on the paper.
It also depends on the paper. So that's an option that I have because the one thing I really like about digital printing is that they change cover stock from interior stock, right?
Mhm.
You're looking at sometimes 60-pound interiors with 70-pound, not cardstock, but it's a little heavier on the cover.
Yeah.
It adds some heft.
Mhm.
And it doesn't automatically flop over
Right.
in your hands when you open it up.
Mhm.
But when you're looking at the logistics and ounces add up, right? So sometimes printing a self cover, which is continuing that 60-pound interior to the cover on the outside, saves you, a couple $100 in the long run. And I'm not just talking about the shipping from the printer over here, but also in the shipping from us to the customers.
Mhm.
And it's one of the things that I try to talk to people about when we do live streams is they need to factor in their shipping costs as well. And they need to understand uh, a shipment, a package that is under 15 ounces here in the US is still considered first class mail. First class mail is about $3 cheaper than priority mail, right? So, whereas if you keep, a certain number of books, 3 to 4 books, which is what we have in our campaign, under 15 ounces, it'll be approximately $4 to $4.50 from the East Coast to the Midwest. And then from the East Coast to the West Coast, it'll be about $4.80 to $4.90, depending on where the West Coast it is. So that's still under $5 for shipping. And that's why when you look at our book, it's a $10 charge for one single issue. But that's because the book is going to be $5 and the shipping, along with the hard mailer and the bags and boards inside to protect the book, is also $5. So it's a $10 total charge. And if you don't keep those things in mind and you start to go into what's called priority shipping here because you've gone more than 15 ounces, that becomes another $3 charge, which eats into your margin, which means
Mhm.
that's less money for you to generate to make new content and to pay the rest of the team. And that eventually will cost you. It may cost you the whole fucking kit and caboodle if you're not paying attention to them, right? Because now if you're charging $10 for that shipping and for the print and for the book itself, right? But between printing and shipping, at $7, it's costing you $8 or $9. You're only making $1 profit on a book, and you're not going to be around much after that.
Yeah.
We still have to figure out the numbers because maybe it adds up, or maybe Jay is absolutely right now. So we will have to see the numbers thoroughly to see if it's possible or doable or profitable.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to check that out. You know, besides comic books, we've looked into printing other things, such as toys, shirts, shot glasses, stuff like that. And I know through an associate of ours, Shempe Granda, and we have looked into trying to get toys produced out of Colombia, but the finished product just isn't there yet. Had it been, we would have pulled the trigger because we understand Spanish. It's on this side of the hemisphere, right? So God forbid it can't come by water. It can come by truck if it needs to. I know I'll just go, I'll get Calderon, we'll fly down to Colombia and we'll drive up together.
That'd be a long drive for you by yourself. I am not driving through Mexico.
What?
I am
What?
not driving through Mexico.
You're saying you won't hang out with me on this long haul?
Not through Mexico. I'll meet you in Texas.
Well, will you do any driving once we get to Texas?
Sure. As long as you don't, as long as you don't mind taking your life into your own hands, sure.
Oh my gosh. You know, I don't know what's worse. You being unable to follow directions or unable to drive. I don't know what's going to be a bigger problem.
Look, I can actually drive. I just haven't driven in like 15 years. That's all.
Yeah. I can build a rocket ship. I just haven't built one in a number of fucking years.
Exactly. Look. I drive people insane all the time. That's part of my day job. So
I understand. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit. But go ahead. If you gotta take care of what you gotta take care of, no worries, man. You know, whatchamacallit. But you know, we got a few minutes left here, and I think this is gonna be it. I think we're locking in at $4,627. I don't think we're gonna hit the end of it. You know, just 2 stretch goals.
Hey, listen, man. It's still a job well done.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to be there's nothing to be sad about.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. Of course not. You know, I was just riding this high of, oh my God, we're hitting this and we're hitting this and we're hitting this and we're hitting this, and that high, man, will make you.
Well, it's as deceptive as the other one, in the opposite direction. You know what I mean?
Totally. I think I'm about to coin a new term. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Here we go. Right, and it's gonna define. Well, excuse me. It was defined by what I just talked about, and riding that high of that final day. And yo, my God, we're gonna get to all of this, and we're gonna get to all of these places. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got fun drunk. Drunk.
There you go.
Right, not punch drunk. I got funded drunk. I mean, because I came home and I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this. And, you know, I put together these very quick interstitials on Photoshop to see if we can reach these numbers, right? This was not something that was planned earlier on, but this is something that I really would have liked to achieve and show these to the people who have been supporting us. But, you know, this is where we're at. I am happy. Champe, you happy?
I'm happy. I'm proud. I'm satisfied. You say fun drunk. How can I say it for me? Like job drunk? I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I'm certainly really happy.
If Gabriel is still out there in the comments, I hope he's happy. When Francisco sees where we end up, I hope he's happy with it, you know. And
Francisco is dying to be part of, more actively of all of this, but he's in Spain, so matching up our times would be
right. I believe that's a 6 or 7 hour difference.
Yeah, they're ahead of us. Yeah.
8, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, 8. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of hours.
Yeah. So, man, that's 8, 9 o'clock. That's what, 7 in the morning for him right now? No, it's 4 in the morning for him.
4 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, shit, man.
No, 2 in the about 3 in the morning, but yeah,
Okay, hey, we'll just throw numbers. It's 12:30 in the
Whatever.
morning for him right now.
yeah, it could be. You know what? There's this thing called Google.
Okay, you know what? If my wife is watching, she knows I'm going to ask my girlfriend right now. Here we go. Siri, what time is it in Spain?
In Madrid, Spain, it's 2:56 a.m.
It's 2:56 a.m. in
There
Spain
you
right
go.
now. All right.
6
Maybe
hours.
closer to the time period. Now, I mean, we have AIs right in the horizon. Why would we need Francisco? Just bring an AI and we interview it.
Ooh, be careful.
It was
Woo.
Francisco.
Suave, nene. Suave. Suave. That is such a hot topic over here in the States. You don't even want to be associated with the AI generators right now. You know?
Francisco from Spain, so what the hell?
Yeah. But it's here, right? It's first generation interaction with it. As time goes, I'm sure it will change up. But we got just over a minute left.
What's it looking like? What's it looking like?
There we go. $4,627, folks. We're down to seconds. We're down to seconds. Right, we're down to the last minute and a half, folks. Here we be, ladies and gentlemen. We're ending up at $4,627 with 147 total backers. Jumpy, this is your first time with a Kickstarter. I want you to see the little show that's going to go on.
Yeah.
When this thing hits zero.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I'm so nervous right now. I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope that this is not another of my dreams.
Yeah. This
I
is
don't
it,
want
baby.
to
This is it. Here we go. The last 60 seconds. Oh my God! I can fill it with something, not just that air, right?
Why are the numbers red now? Is this
the
gonna
last minute, Papa? It's the last minute.
Damn.
Oh, it's gone. 40 seconds.
If we have 10 more backers in the last 30 seconds, I will start twerking. Now that will
I doubt that's gonna happen, baby. I doubt it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I hope for you.
Uh-oh.
50 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
There you go.
Hey, look at the fireworks, the confetti.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Nice. Congratulations, man. 147 backers. Good job, bro.
This is a good job. Jumpy, congratulations on your first Kickstarter campaign.
Congratulations to the whole team. Thank you again. I will never get tired of thanking you for the opportunity of letting us be part of Unstoppable Comics. You have been a great guide to all of us. You've been patient. You're like a mentor now for us. So thank you.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. Finally, Calderon. You see, I get the respect I deserve. All right. All right. Where you at now? Where you at, bro? Where you at?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
Listen. Chump is here. I'm trying to be nice. It doesn't happen every day. And when we get off, I will let you know of the litany of jokes I had for you.
So
but I was trying to spare you.
I want to show everybody very quickly where this stands amongst some of my other campaigns. And out of everything we got, right, these are our top ones over here. So out of the last 4 campaigns that I've run, Limbo Open Almost All Eternity has had the most amount of backers. Right? So it is one of our number 1 books from Unstoppable Comics. So that's awesome. And as far as funding total, it is in the number 2 spot. So it's short by around $500. Our number 1 book was Storm Chasers. Excuse me. Our number 1 funded amount was the Storm Chasers series, number 1 through 8, which reached $5,132 with 122 backers and was 142% funded. So when it comes to the funding goals, Limbo is in the number 3 spot. Storm Chasers is in the number 2 spot. And Storm Chasers Volume 1, the trade, which covers issues 1 through 4, is in the number 1 spot for funding goal. Now, just to show you a few things, Champe, Limbo was just 1 issue, right? And we had 4 different covers. Storm Chasers number 8 was 8 issues with single covers on each book. So as Limbo grows, which will be a 3-issue miniseries, there are more opportunities for those funding amounts to grow. And at the end, the bottom line is more people will have their hands on Limbo, and it will be hopefully in more locations. All right.
Can't go for that.
So I want to show everybody what's coming next from Unstoppable Comics. If we can take a moment. The very next book coming out for Unstoppable Comics will be Storm Chasers Volume 2. It is a trade paperback collecting issues numbers 5 through 8 of the Storm Chasers. The cover is by frequent Unstoppable Comics collaborator Granda. Interiors are by Russ Leach, who illustrated issues 5, 6, 7, and 8. Colors are by Michael Summers. This right now will be 100 pages in total for the trade. That does not mean that's where it will end. There will be certain stretch goals that can include that can increase the page count. So 100 pages is the starting point for Storm Chasers Volume 2. It will be a full color book, and this will launch on Kickstarter in May. So get ready, because that pre-launch page will be opening up soon. You'll see the pre-launch page actually right after I deliver all of the digital copies to the people that have backed this campaign. But after Storm Chasers, we will be going to Limbo Open Almost Eternity, All Eternity number 2.
Woohoo!
Cover A. There will be regular covers. There will be holochrome covers. It is illustrated by Francisco Maldonado. It is written by Gabriel Gamora. Colors will be by Champe Ramirez.
Woohoo!
This will be a 24-page comic book. It will be full color, and it will launch on Kickstarter in July. And just like this book, the digital will be in English and in Spanish. And I gotta say, this cover, it is fucking bad ass. Holy shit. I love this cover. I love how Hell freezes over. I love how the demoness, the mistress of lust, Abraham, is just looking at you with those sinful eyes, and you don't know whether the demons that are surrounding her want a jumper or want a jumper. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, baby? God damn, this is a kick-ass fucking cover, and this would be one of 4. Another cover will be similar to the poker cover that we established on this campaign. Another cover will be the original Colombian cover release. And then there will be one more cover on top of that. And then after Limbo comes out, the book following that will be Shield of the Interceptor, Volume 2, Number 1. The flagship character of Unstoppable Comics is coming back to start a new series. The cover, again, is going to be by frequent collaborator Granda. Interiors are going to be by Andres Barrero. Colors will be by Champer Ramirez. This will be a 24-page comic book. It will be in full color. And the Kickstarter launches in September. Hopefully, we have this in enough time to get it into people's hands before we get to New York Comic Con in October, which we will be at. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? There is also November left for a new book to be coming out. And I can't wait to keep sharing this with everybody, right? We're on a roll. And look at who we got here.
What I missed? We starting the podcast now or what?
We got my right-hand man who's just in time.
When are we going live?
Well, welcome to the festivities. You would think, Champe, that he is in another state where the time is at a different.
The time here is 7:07, so I'm right on time.
7:07, so he's right on time to fail. So
damn.
Crack open a cold one for Limbo.
All right. Thank you. I'm thinking you got a Coors Light. What am I the only one drinking at the end of Limbo right now? Come on, man. Shit.
Great performance, guys. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know, we're funded, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. And like I was telling the guys here before you showed up, Ryan, that now the real work starts, right? Because it's not just getting this book out, right? It's not just getting this book out and getting it into the hands of the people who have been supporting us. It's getting those books that I just showed everybody ready, so that way those releases can be on time. And we got to keep feeding the machine, right? Because Unstoppable Comic Books is a legitimate publishing house now. And that was one of the other things that was behind Limbo. This is the very first book that I've been publishing that is not a self-published book. As much as the team of Francisco and Gabriel and Champe took a chance on me, I was taking a chance on them, right? To see if this is something I can continue doing beyond myself. And
it's a hell of a launch for your first published book.
This is a hell of a launch for the first published book. So thank you all for taking that chance on me as well.
No,
right all around.
Yeah. Wow.
You see, you always Jay and I talk every day at work that we're both there, which is rare.
Which is rare.
And always in the middle of the campaign, there's this moment where Jay is just wringing his hands. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm like, just relax. Have some faith. There's always a lull right in the middle where, it makes you start to sweat. But this is the kind of payoff at the end that makes that worth it. Right, Jay?
This is a hell of a payoff.
Yeah.
And, it's funny because after I get off the phone with you, I'm talking to Calderon. Because he gets up late. See, Chape, this guy, I said it to you before. He has 27 houses, right? When you own that much real estate in New York, you don't got to wake up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? He's like, la-di-da, la-di-da-da.
They go London time.
The sun is starting to go down when he's just walking out of the house, right?
Hey, listen, man. That's the only way you can keep that pale pallor. That's it. Go out in the sun, you start to, you get some color in your skin.
I gotta share a very special message here about Unstoppable Comics. Some of you may have seen it before, but this is what.
Yeah, I'm here right now, live from the wreck. Yeah, You know something? When I take one shot only of the man in his head, you know what I feel? You know what I feel? Unstoppable. Yeah. Unstoppable, like a locomotive going one way down that lonesome highway. Unstoppable comics. Wow, yeah!
I mean, from beyond the grave, right? We have risen people because the stuff that comes out of Unstoppable Comics is that good.
You gave him life.
Oh my God.
Calderon, are they coming out of the woodworks for you like that? Are they rising from their graves, from their eternal sleep to talk about?
Well, yeah, I mean, I tend to throw them back. I tend to usher them back into the grave.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for now. I gotta get to work. All right. I gotta let people know that. Okay, for everybody who's watching, this is what's gonna happen next. It's gonna take about 2 weeks for Kickstarter to process everybody's funds, and in that time, we're doing a little polishing on the book. One last once over before we send it to the printer. So from 2 weeks from today, so most likely on Monday, because it's going to be a business day, they'll let me know everybody who's paid for their books, and I will start sending out digital rewards 2 weeks from today, right? Or excuse me, 15 days from today. So that way everybody can start to read the book, see what's going on while they wait for their printed books. Now, some of you, this will be the end of it. Oh, well, the end of this campaign. Hopefully you come back for the next one. But the others, well, you'll be waiting maybe another 3 weeks approximately if there are no hiccups for the books to come back from the printer. So please pay attention to your emails, because I will be sending out a survey. But the survey is not to find out what your blood type is. It's not whether to understand if you like long walks on the beach or not. All right. The survey is so I can get that last bit of information from you, so I know where I'm going to be sending the books to your email and where your physical address will be. Please pay attention to that survey. Excuse me. And if there are any questions, ask me. So you got to do. Kickstarter campaigns are all about open communication. I have no problem sharing anything with anybody, and pay attention to the updates so you know where we're at in that process of fulfillment. So from this point on, I'd like to say best case scenario, all books should start to be in people's hands within maybe the next 5 weeks, more or less. All right. But yeah, please pay attention to that survey. It's going to show up in your emails. All right.
And how soon after do you expect to launch?
The next book, well, the pre-launch page should be up by the time I start to fulfill the digital rewards.
Gotcha.
So we're looking at 2 weeks from that, and then we're looking at a month. A month total from today. So best case scenario, I will be launching whatever Saturday prior to May 19th. So I think May 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Please be on the lookout for the launch of the next book, which I told you earlier is going to be Storm Chasers Volume number 2.
So does that mean, Jay, that we will be ending the campaign live at AwesomeCon?
No, AwesomeCon's in June.
Yeah, a month later.
Happy coincidence.
That is exciting. So, okay.
We'll work it out.
Yeah. That is great. So, yeah, we will be in AwesomeCon the weekend of June 17th to the 19th. That will be in Washington, D.C. I can't wait. that'll be the very first convention that Unstoppable Comics will be at in over 3 years. So prior to the pandemic was our last convention, PalCon over here in Brooklyn. And our first one will be AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. Calderon, you going down to D.C.?
No.
Okay, great.
I've been there. I've done that. It's a very nice town.
Yeah.
It's actually a good convention. I've done it before in the
Yeah.
past. I'm just not doing it this year.
Well, side note, I used to live right outside of Washington, D.C.
I know, that's why it looks like that.
There you go. So from 2005 to 2011, I was oh my God, a domiciler? No, it was a resident of the DMV area, right? So it'll be nice to go back, hang out, bring my wife, bring Ryan out there, and meet up with Ricardo Concrete Cry, who was in our chat earlier today. So yeah, that's it, guys. You know, this is over, and I want to thank you all for joining us, and I want to thank everybody for supporting us. And I want to thank Ryan for showing up. You know, he came
right on
time.
Right on time, Ryan.
Fashionably late.
There you go. He doesn't come to work. He doesn't come to my shows. He doesn't love me no more.
Listen, I was stuck on like damn Palisades in the fog for about an hour. All right.
That's it. I know traffic.
Update problems.
I don't want to hear it. You're gonna sign on through your iPhone. I've done that.
Yeah, while driving with no visibility.
Yeah. You just put it on the housing right there in your dash. Come on.
I would have live streamed my death for you. Is what would have happened. I would have ended up in limbo.
No, you wouldn't have.
You might have gotten some sympathy backers out of that.
Yeah.
Right? You might have gotten some sympathy backers out of that one.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. Sympathy
You would have
sells.
been pouring that out for me.
Sympathy sells. I don't pour out alcohol.
No, you would have.
But here we go. Isn't that what Easter is all about? Last few comments. And we got Mario Salcedo. Mario, what's up, brother? Saying what's up to us. All right, guys. But yeah, guys, before we cut out of here, please just tell everybody where you're at right now. Champe, can you please let people know where they can find you and your work?
Well, they can find me pretty much. Facebook is the main social media that I use. Also Instagram as Champe Ramirez, or just there.
Okay, cool. Calderon, where can people find you, brother?
Don't mind me. I'm distracted by the dog with the funnel on his head.
Oh.
Yeah, now has more channels to.
Okay.
He's a cute dog.
Quite a character.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, DeviantArt, all under JD Calderon. You can find me under theoswaldchronicles.com, talltalesonline.com, and my own campaign, theoswaldchronicles.com. We were there. We were just passing through another 24 hours ago. So there we go. That's
what? While we're here, show me put that link in the private chat for me so I can put it up there, bud.
Hold on.
Give everybody a quick look at it since there's only 24 hours left in your campaign.
You okay there, Jay?
Yeah.
But his camera froze.
You don't even understand, Ryan. He would break my chops so bad. He'd be all over me. He'd be like, "Oh, what's taking you so long? You need to get someone in the background and blah blah blah. Get a producer, da 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 da. What's taking you so?" And here he is. Look at him.
It's real different when you're just.
You know what's funny? Because I'm doing this from a laptop, so it ended up shrinking one screen and starting a new one, and I couldn't port it over. And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
You can see the smoke coming out of his ears.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah!
There you go.
All right. So this is This is Jose's campaign. This is a trade paperback.
Yeah, this
The Oswald Chronicles we were just passing through. He has 24 hours left, 72 backers. He's at 1884. Please check out the book, folks. I mentioned earlier that he's been working on quite a while with this title. And you're looking at 3 volumes of material that you can pick up all in one shot. So this is a great way for you to catch up on his book. And
listen,
this
if
will
you
not
like,
be the end.
no, if you like fantasy, if you like things like Sandman, Lock and Key, Mouse Guard, Secret of Nim, this might be up your alley. You might want to check it out.
Nice. And this is going to be ending during your live stream tomorrow.
Yes, this will be ending during my live stream tomorrow.
So if you enjoyed today's train wreck during my live stream,
come to see a double.
Fun of this. Check out Calderon's live stream, Indie Comics Explained, where we count down the last few minutes of his campaign.
Yes.
So we'll be having some fun. We'll be having some laughs, and I will be trading some barbs that Calderon dropped on me tonight.
Really, I don't think I said much.
Really? No, but please check out his book. All right, he's one of the homies, folks, and I mean it's a project that we love, right?
Yes.
That is a great badge of honor on Kickstarter, and more books need to be promoted that are as good as the Oswald Chronicles. So please check it out.
We're trying.
You're trying. All right. Ryan, where can people find you?
Well, about an hour ago on the Palisades Parkway, stuck in foggy hell that I was in. But no, just IG, El Duro, and UnstableComics.com. And in June at AwesomeCon.
Yeah!
Nice.
All right. And you can find me here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And good night, Streamland.